Get Right at Night with OhJezuz.
All right, check it out. It's that Get Right at Night right here on Power 98.3, 1019 for that East Valley special guest in studio. We talking to the great Khalid. How you feeling, man?
Good, bro. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Where you coming from?
I actually just came from El Paso.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was the weather out there?
It's kind of warm right now, actually.
Okay.
But it's a lot better than where I was before, which was like New Mexico and Utah and all of that. Just going on tour and just moving and traveling all over the place, it's really just messing with me, but it's getting a little better.
Are you from El Paso?
Yeah, I'm from El Paso.
From El Paso. You went to high school out there, did everything out there?
Yeah, my senior year. I spent my senior year in El Paso and graduated, and I've just been working ever since.
Okay, so how long you been doing music?
I actually recorded my first song around a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
That was the first time you touched music, that you actually focused on music, or you did something prior?
I was like more of a choir kid,
Okay.
like doing musicals and all that type of stuff, and I really wanted to be a music teacher. That was one of my long-term goals from when I was a child, because I kind of limited myself and I didn't think that I'd be able to do this until my senior year when I had moved to Texas from New York. So I moved to Texas because my parents are in the military.
Okay.
And the moment that I moved there, I was just in such a lonely spot in life. I just started writing, I started creating, doing all this stuff, and I was like, you know what? I think I could record. And I recorded the first song. I put it up. I didn't even listen to it. It was one take. I put it up, showed my friends the song, and ever since then, it's just been going. I've just been working, and here I am pretty much.
There you go. Is the goal to be a teacher still in the back of your head somewhere? You kind of like over it, like, man, forget
like
that.
Now I can kind of teach through my music.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like I'm able to hit a way broader audience than I would have hit if I were working in a college or working in a high school. And I can still put messages within the songs because I write everything. And they can still get hit by it.
That's
and
right.
so I really feel like whatever message I put in the music, just writing and presenting it to all these people, if they leave affected by it, then I did my job.
Well, I think you did your job, because one of my favorite records of yours is Saved.
Oh, thank you.
So I want to know who you were talking about on that record, because right when I heard it, I thought of someone in my head, you know what I'm saying? I still got their numbers saved, hoping, you know what I'm saying? But
Saved was actually that was the first song I wrote.
really now?
Yeah.
So were you in a heartbreak state of mind?
I guess it was just the moving from New York to El Paso on two different parts of the country. It was kind of hard. I lost a lot of friendships. I had to sacrifice my relationship, and we had to move forward. But at the same time, I just told myself I'm never going to delete the number.
There you go.
And it was kind of a form of vocal therapy. The moment that I got that off my chest, I was able to talk to her afterwards.
Really?
Yeah, and we had a conversation, and now we're on good terms. We're friends now. But I mean, it was kind of bittersweet. At least I didn't lose her. Yeah.
Fully. But you kind of lost, but not fully.
But I mean, I won with the song.
There you go.
That's all that really matters is the song.
She probably feels super dope too, knowing like, oh, that song was about me.
Yeah, it was very rocky. At first, it was just like.
Did you want her to hear? Did you make it knowing like I want her to take a listen to this and know that her number's still in my phone?
I kind of wanted everyone else to hear, because I felt like that was just the first step of just vulnerability for me.
Okay.
Growing up, I was always closed in. I was very shy, and I didn't really have any confidence. But the moment that I could put my feelings in a 3-minute song and upload it and people relate to it, that's kind of the tipping point for me. Everything changed ever since then.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing right there. Who are your musical influences?
Growing up, I listened to a lot. I would say my main influence is probably my mom.
Okay.
Because she actually sings in the Army.
Oh.
Yeah, and growing up in the household with my mom, we listened to a lot of soul music, a lot of R&B. We listened to acts like India.Arie, Music Soul Child, Aaliyah, Brandy, SWV, TLC, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Billie Holiday, like all of these different eclectic, soulful singers and performers. And then when I went into middle school and high school, when I lived in New York at the time, I listened to a lot of American folk music, a lot of indie music. I listened to artists like Father John Misty, The Hi-His, Active Child, James Blake, Frank Ocean, all these different alternative groups and names, and I guess I kind of just ended up putting all of my influences together into a compilation of all of it, and just pretty much threw it out there, and it stuck. Luckily it worked. Luckily it worked because I mean it's either it works or it doesn't work.
Yeah, right. But you had to take that risk, and you knew like it might pay off, it might not pay off. So
I had to take the risk because I mean it was a step to individuality.
There
I
you
kind
go
of
right
had to
there.
find my voice before I could present it. So luckily I found my voice early. It's only been a year, and
what's a powerful one, man? Let me tell you that much. It's a powerful. The records you got, man. I heard like you're featured on the Electric joint, which is
Oh, yeah.
another good one, man. Another
Yeah,
joint that's just super dope. And you're young. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18 years old with that type of voice, man.
Yeah.
You got a bright future ahead of you. Now, how did you get picked up? Like, how did people start hearing your music? How did you get that buzz around?
I would say it was location.
Okay.
The record location came about around the end of my senior year. It was right before prom. I'm like, you know what? I had recorded it in Atlanta at the time at one of my vacations for school. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to drop this right before prom. I want to see what happens. And I did. I won Prom King.
Ooh,
And the story's over. No, I'm kidding. But winning Prom King was probably the best thing that ever happened to my life.
Did they play it in prom?
They didn't play it.
Oh, see, that would have made the night even better.
Yeah, but everybody at my school hated me. So no, I'm kidding.
Really now?
Nah, they didn't. But the song did super well, and then it got picked up by Kylie Jenner around my graduation day.
Oh, snap.
And ever since then, it's just been
She put it on where?
on Snapchat,
Oh, she had it on Snapchat, and people were like, yo, what is that? Who is that? Whoop, whoop, whoop,
which
whoop.
was special because that was new to me. I remember the day before she actually played it the day before as well. I was getting my hair cut. I'm getting ready for graduation the next day, and my barber is like, yo, watch Kylie Jenner's Snapchat. I'm like, okay. And I see the song. I'm like, no way. And ever since then, the record's been doing super well, and it's got picked up by a lot of other people. It's been playing in Snapchats. Like you have like Gucci Mane,
Yeah.
P. Diddy. You have Zendaya, a couple of models.
Hello.
Yeah, so it's just been getting so much love all across the board, which is super special. Just think about the fact that I almost didn't even create music and I didn't even do this.
You were
for a
about to
living.
teach music.
Yeah, I was
You were about to teach someone this record, and they were about to blow up, but you took it.
Yeah, exactly. I took it for myself, kind of selfish, but hey, well.
Is there any musical artists that you want to collab with in hopes of collabing with?
I feel like on the terms of collabing, I really love to connect with people in person.
Okay.
And there's a lot of friends that I have met over the time of, I mean, a year, that I really feel like I would want to collab with, such as Kalani, who's a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
You have artists like Russ,
Yeah, he's dope.
Logic. There's a couple of other people who I haven't met that I wish I did.
Like who? Like who? Give me one.
Like Chance. Well, I've met Chance, but on a personal level, I feel like that would be super dope to make a song together. Kendrick Lamar.
Top one?
Nah, top one has to be Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, she's the top of everyone's list.
There you go, right there. Speaking about Beyonce and beautiful women like that, do you have like a top 5 in the Spank Bank?
I have a top one.
Who's the top one?
In the girlfriend bank.
Oh, see. You don't want to repeat that song "Save" no more. You don't want to repeat that no more. So we'll keep the Spank Bank. We'll talk about the Spank Bank off camera.
Yeah,
What do you think about the state of the music right now with like hip hop? With like you got these younger guys like the little Uzi verse and stuff like that, and there's like a class going down right now. People like dislike it, people like it. How do you feel about everything?
I feel like music is growing.
Okay.
And there's so many different things that you can do with music, and I feel like people are starting to accept that, because I mean, I'm only 18, but before it was like you had one genre and that's what you stuck with.
Yeah.
One type of music, and you just rock with that. But now a lot of genres are crossing, and you have all these different fusions of just amazingness. And so I really feel like 2017 is going to be a really good year for music, because you have all these newer artists who are trying to step out of the box and doing whatever, and everybody has all this confidence, and it's crazy already. 2016 was a really good year for music.
Yeah, right.
There were so many different projects that were just amazing and outstanding, and I kind of like sit back and I'm like, oh, music is changing so much, especially with me. Like, I'm a part of the change, and I feel like a lot of artists are accepting that and appreciating that instead of just talking bad about the change. I mean, change is always a good thing.
It's always a good thing once you learn to accept it.
Yeah.
People that aren't accepting it, they kind of just stuck in their mentality. Like, oh, I don't like this little guy. But the music is actually growing on people.
Yeah.
It's growing on the younger generation that's going to continue
Exactly.
making music like that. You feel me? All right, last question.
Yeah.
If you were running for office, like President Barack Obama or something like that,
Yeah.
what's one thing that they would find out about you that they, like, no one pretty much knows? You know how they dig up the dirt on all the politicians and stuff. What's one thing?
One thing that they would find out about me. I don't know.
So you thought about it. You knew it. You're like, I don't know if I want to say it.
I don't know if I want to say it. Yeah. Let me think. Let me think of something I could say out loud.
So you were a troublemaker back in the day?
I mean,
You did your thing.
I was a partier.
Yeah?
In high school. Yeah, you know.
So nothing that we can say on camera, but something bad enough that you're like, yo.
Bad enough that I wouldn't want my mom to know.
Oh, yeah. All right, real quick, can you give them the social networks and all that good stuff, man?
So my Instagram is the Great Khalid, GR8, and my Twitter is the Great Khalid, GREAT.